Hey everyone, welcome back to another installment of Countercast. It's your boy Play, joined by Grim. You know the deal. So let's get into it. Before we do that, hit it. Okay, so this week we are going to discuss something a little more out of the norm. I mean, if you were following along and watched everything so far, you're pretty well aware that me and Grim are, say, let's just say, fans of the NBA. You know, we'll leave it at that. So we kind of want to talk about the finals since it's going on right now and see where our thoughts lie and how we feel about the teams. So yeah, Grim, should I just start us off?
Sure, I would say game one of the finals between Mavericks and the Celtics. Surprising. Well, I wouldn't say surprising because it seems like most people were expecting it. Celtics did gentlemen sweep their last competition, and the Mavs are coming off a 5 game series, and Celtics do have home court advantage, so people were expecting them to win at least game one, but I don't think people were expecting how they won game one.
Yeah, bro. You telling me watching them boys damn near get blown out? I was like, oh my god, please, please. This is embarrassing. It was an embarrassing loss for the Dallas Mavericks, and hopefully they lock in for game two because they need to steal one game if they have any hope of winning the series.
I mean, I do believe mm, right now this is familiar territory for the Mavericks. I mean, their first two playoff series, it was the same situation. But I think the main difference is
Mhm.
on
Was it? I
yeah,
mean, oh, there
they
you go.
lost to the Clippers game one, I believe, and they lost to the OKC game one.
Mm, okay.
So it, I don't think they're too worried about it. But when we're looking at the teams on paper, Boston is just a better team.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm sorry. It's not like I'm sipping that haterade. Yeah, you're right. On paper, they are the better team, so you can't really be shocked when they pull out better feats. You know, they have four All Stars in their starting roster. You can't count them out.
Exactly.
Right? Despite Boston fans and Boston themselves trying to claim they're not a super team, which I understand, right? Like, why are they so against being called a super team? It's like, oh, you don't want to call us a super team. We're not a super team, bro. We just drafted really well. Shut up.
I
Shut
mean,
up. You have four All Stars on your starting lineup. All right. I don't see why being a super team makes you feel any more insecure than you already
I
do.
mean, if there is one thing, it's probably just how negative super teams have been viewed in the NBA. Probably.
Hey man, hey man. I'll be the first one to say it. You know, Miami Heat, we had a super team. Do I care? No. She got us two rings. The fuck? The Clippers are a super team, but they're the Clippers. They fucking suck. The Warriors were a super team.
But then again,
The '96 Bulls were a
they were
super
only
team.
super team. I think they were only called a super team once Kevin Durant got drafted in. Not drafted in. No, nigga, what? No, traded.
He signed. He didn't even get traded. He signed
Sign,
with them.
sign.
He was a
Yeah.
free agent. But I mean, that's debatable. I feel like they were a super team before. I mean, they were a 73-9 team before he joined.
True.
So, like, is that not a super team? Like, they had two of the best shooters of all time on one roster.
But then again, while they did have two of the best shooters of all time, one player was I don't know if Steph won back to back, but I know he did win unanimous MVP.
Yeah, he did exactly the first unanimous
So
MVP, and
Clay never has won an MVP, and Draymond never won an MVP. So I really think,
I don't think MVP is a good barometer for a super team. I mean, none of the Celtics have an MVP.
yeah, true. So, but yeah, I mean, even that's why they're fighting tooth and nail to be like, oh yeah,
They're trying to beat the super team allegations, and I'm sorry to say, you're not. You're not. Let me
who
see.
knows? But all that's important is they drafted two very good players, and they were able to trade for an all star or
Whoa.
sign an all star and also sign Porzingis.
No, they traded for him, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
So
Hmm.
they are good on that aspect. But in terms of the game, yeah, Luca was doing Luca things, scoring his points, but they did hold him to, I believe it was one assist.
30. Yeah, 30 and one assist and 10 rebounds. Man had a double double.
So I think the game plan for them is we'll let Luca do Luca things, but everybody else seems human.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny considering the Wizard is also there.
Kyrie,
Who else?
well, he did have an off night.
That's true. That's true.
Those shots were not
So,
hitting. And even then, it's very hard. Game one is a very good indicator, but at the same time, it's very hard because when it comes to Boston, all it has is
mhm.
just as long as they don't forget who they are, they have a strong chance of winning the finals this season. Boston is a notorious team for going into a series and literally forgetting, oh shit, we're the Boston Celtics. We're those niggas. And then they go down games. Like games that they should be winning, teams that they should be sweeping, right? Or gentlemen sweeping. Like, even though most people are going to say this has been a cakewalk for uh, the postseason for the Celtics, while that is true, with the team you constructed, it better be. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but it's really hard for me to sit there and agree because it's like, yeah, with the team they had, it should have been a cakewalk, but you can't dismiss the fact that every team they faced again was heavily injured. It's like, what kind of luck is this? Now, I'm gonna sit here and cry like Mr. Halliburton here. Like, ooh, something I learned is the people who make it to the playoffs or people who face the both injured. Shut up, shut up. Everyone gets injured, right? It's a part of the game. Which means
Mm-hmm.
NBA, all teams should really have that next man up mentality, where oh, our guy's injured, we have someone else come in and cover what he's doing.
The
But
issue there is that not many teams can do that. Pacers can't do that.
mm,
If Halliburton goes down, what y'all putting money on Siakam? Let, let's be real. If you were a Pacer fan and you saw Halliburton go down, you putting your
yo,
money on Siakam?
at this point they have no choice but to. All right.
It's like, but
Okay, it's not about are you going
mhm.
to. You have no choice. Okay.
It's like as Heat fans, first round, before even the first round, we saw Jimmy get injured. Nigga, who are we putting our money against? Like,
Hey, we still had Bam. We still had Bam.
bro, who are we putting our money against? Like nobody. I mean,
We still had that boy Idris out of
we
okay.
yes,
I've used his
we
government.
did have Bam, but Bam is that player that you know he's a consistent postseason player. Or yeah, he's gonna give you some offense. and give you very good defense,
But we needed someone to rise.
and nobody could do that.
Nobody did that shit, bro. Nobody.
And
That
and what's
I said
worse,
it once before. I'll say it
and
again,
and
bro.
what's
That game.
what's worse is the fact that they did this all without Porzingis.
No, 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 no. Porzingis was definitely playing against us.
What didn't he get injured game 2 or 3?
Okay, and we beat him in game two. The fuck? That's not really a badge
Yeah,
of honor, but that was our one highlight. I'm just saying, even if he was playing, it didn't really change the outcome of the series, did it?
no. That I
Exactly.
look at I
So
look at game 1 of the finals, and I seriously wonder, dog, even if we had Jimmy, would we even get past the first round?
you know something? I'm actually shocked that you even said that, bro. You bore witness to last year's Cinderella run, and
Keyword,
that you still questioning whether or not we can make miracles
keyword
happen.
Cinderella run.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
you
Miracles can
listen.
happen, bro. This is the same team that put the number one seeded Milwaukee Bucks in the ground. So you're like, damn, could we have beat them this year?
the,
You know that one famous line Kanye said, "I guess we'll never know." Right? There really is no way to know whether or not for sure. Like if you want to put them numbers to numbers on paper, the Celtics are the better team. But so what? The Heat have always been able to overcome people that are better than them on paper. So you can't just use that as a fact. Every time people have counted them out, they've somehow persevered. Like people thought, oh, again, not a badge of honor, not a badge of honor. People were like, oh my gosh, the Heat lost Jimmy. It's over. It's gonna be a 4-0 sweep. Celtics won. And then what? They got gut punched in game two. That shit was crazy.
yeah, it's not a badge of honor. It should have
It's
just been
not.
a
It's
sweep.
not.
Remember that, honestly.
No, 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 no. Yeah, you should always go for the win.
Yeah.
Lying down and taking it is that is a mark of bitch madeness,
Mm,
and if that is one thing the Heat is not. They are not bitch made.
you're right. They're frauds.
Whoa, whoa,
Why are you
whoa,
saying
whoa!
whoa? This whole season was a fraudulent season.
How are they fraudulent? They were the eighth seed, bro. Again, mind you, they were the
Yeah,
eighth seed again.
yeah,
They did what eighth
yeah.
seeds do, which is lose in the first round.
Yeah, they were 8 seed, and throughout the whole regular season, they lost to teams that they shouldn't have lost. Yeah, yeah.
Are you even a fan of the Heat? Cause sound like you hate
It's
it,
not a hater.
right? It sounds like you don't like them,
It's
bro.
not a.
You going out here with a bad
It's
mouth them.
disappointment. It's looking at your
Okay, yeah, I
it's looking
understand.
at your son, and you're like, it's like your son brings home his girl, and she's a 5, and you're like,
Yo,
are you even my blood, nigga? Like,
no, I feel you.
it,
I
it,
feel
it's
you, yo. Not even a five. She
it's a
brings home. She
disappointment,
brings home a
bro.
four. But damn, I
Oh,
love her.
okay, whatever. The, and no, no, no.
Complete
And you
me.
know what would be worse? You know what would be worse? You talking to your son, and he's like, "Yeah, Dad, I caught the baddest bitch." He's like, "Oh my, that,
My no, now you're such a fucking
bro, you're
delusional,
on
bro.
fraud watch. You
Like,
are on fraud watch."
oh my gosh, that okay. That's yeah.
I don't know.
I am also very disappointed in us this season, and honestly, depending on the offseason moves, this team just
You just don't know.
yeah, it's not worried about the offseason. Yeah, I'm not worried about that until
But
after the
going back
Olympics.
to the finals, I think game 2 adjustments are going to be very interesting for the Mavericks. But if I were to say the keys to success for either team, it would be for Mavericks, the role players to literally play out of their mind. Because when you have uh
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't have to mind me Heat now.
No, but they have to.
On the Miami Heat can turn role players into superstars.
But they have to though. You have Kyrie and Luca, basically two very clutch players. You need to be their team needs to be able to get them to that position.
So
How many games did they have this postseason run where it literally came down to game winners or clutch moments? I feel,
I don't know. I ain't follow them like
I
that
feel
now.
like they had a
Shit.
bunch. I wasn't there that one game against Minnesota where they literally won by 1 point and it was because of a game winner.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I think they had 2 games from Minnesota where they only won
And I
by
think
one
they
point.
had, yeah, even OKC too when they knocked off OKC. It was I think it was a game winner too or something like that.
Hey man,
That's what I'm saying.
the boys just like their backs against the
That's
wall,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
I can respect it.
Their role players have to start playing out of their mind so that when it comes down to the clutch moments, both Kyrie and Luca can start to shine. That's the only way I see them succeeding. Or Luca decides to play like he did game 5 against the Timberwolves throughout the whole series.
Only in the first half was nasty work, bro. He made sure he left no doubts on the field. He said they are going down tonight, and they did. They did. Honestly, as a fan, that shit felt devastating. I wasn't like because even on both sides, you're like, damn, why did the Timberwolves force Game 5 just to get blown out at home? You know, I know I just said earlier you don't want to take it, lie down and take it, but like, bro, if the alternative was that, I would have preferred to just lose in 4.
Then again, for that, I don't think it could have been predictable. At least Cat did it.
True, true,
Cat
true,
still
true.
didn't have a good offensive game, and they put that nigga Rudy on whatever action they wanted. He
That, if you want to talk about throwing on, no, it's not even fraud watch. He is a fraud. Okay, like, look, Rudy Gobert is a nice player. He's a great player, but is it 4 time
I
DPOY
think so.
or three
I
time?
think 4 times.
That is not a 4 time DPOY caliber player, bruh. That shit is crazy. You telling me this nigga is in the same conversation as Michael Jordan when it comes to DPOYs? Are we dead ass right now? Like, yo, that nigga is not that guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I sound like I'm hating. But like, come on, man. Come on.
And what's crazy is when it comes to offense, doesn't he look like a gazelle, bro? Like that nigga can't post up. Is it?
As a big man?
Am I tripping or Rudy can't post up?
No, you are not tripping. As a big man, what are you doing, bro?
I don't know. But what was interesting though is now it's a shift because before the Mavs played against Timberwolves and Rudy was always in the paint. So whoever was guarding him, they will always go in the paint. But now when you have Porzingis and Horford, you can't always go to the paint because they can shoot. Bro, did you see what Porzingis was doing? I think he had like 18 points in the what was it, first half or first quarter or something. I don't know, but he was balling. I think they said he was like 7 for 9 shooting or something like that. He was blocking shots, and I was like, God damn.
Sound like you a fan.
Have you seen his highlights? They he balling.
Hey man, relax. You sound like a fan.
I just appreciate greatness. How about that?
Alright. But you're not a fan, right?
No, I appreciate greatness.
Okay. All right.
So
We'll leave it at that. I'm kidding. That sounds like I'm fanning you. Hey man. Hey, I will admit, yeah, he balled out last night. Especially coming off of injury. That boy Porzingis, he silenced the haters.
Yeah, so
even though he didn't even start, which is crazy.
I would say Celtics, if they continue, if they stay to their identity and keep fighting to the end, I believe they could win it. I don't know if it's going to be another gentleman's sweep, but I mean, they
Mm.
did show based off their record that they were the best team in the league. So hopefully that means something.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna say it, bro. Regular season does not matter when it comes to postseason.
It matters. It still
Bro,
matters.
all that matters is the seeding, bro. People play differently in the playoffs.
That's
Remember,
not true.
they
That's
don't.
not true. Even and case in point, Miami Miami had a losing record against the Nuggets, bro. And it showed when we versed them 2023 in the finals, bro. We could not win against Denver. We won that one time, but it was such a close game, and I feel I
Them boys was beating the fuck up. All right,
it
they was
it
dragging their
does not.
feet, but then by the time they got
Oh
to the
my
finals,
god.
now we're gonna say injuries don't matter for your performance.
No, but you
Okay,
were in a Cinderella run. Finish the job.
okay,
No, and
you're
plus,
right,
how are they
man.
dragging their feet? I do not remember any game going to game 6 or 7.
We literally went to seven against Celtics. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, because we oh
Like what- they just got off of the game seven. They got no time to rest before they have to fight Denver.
when it shouldn't
Like what?
oh when it shouldn't have
Again,
been
not
when
excuses.
we should have swept them off the map.
No, it should not have gone to seven. It shouldn't have gone to six.
And
It shouldn't
fucking
have gone to
Derek
five.
White,
It should
bro.
have been four. No, fuck that nigga.
Fucking Derek White and his game winning shot. Fuck.
That shit. Hey, only solace we get is that because we went to the finals, that shit was lost in history. It did not matter. It did not matter. All right, that boys. But yeah, yeah. Like at one point, you can't use injury as an excuse. If you look on paper, the Denver Nuggets were well rested because hey, they swept the Lakers. They put the boys to rest. So they got a whole week of rest. He just came off of the game seven. Jimmy was on one leg for majority of the fucking playoffs because of
Mm-hmm.
that nigga Josh Hart.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had almost like no time to. And this isn't really a contributing factor because I figured if the NBA saw that this was important, they would have done something about it. But the air pressure difference between Denver and Miami is almost night and day. Like it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Miami is at the fucking sea level, and Denver is a mile high.
Mm-hmm. No, but I mean, regular season is still important. Again, while you could say, "Oh, we just came off Game 7, and it was a while it was a Cinderella run, we still made it that far." The fact still stands. If you are playing against, first of all, we once you understand the identity, Miami Heat are not LA Lakers, who are niggas who don't take regular season seriously. Like, no matter, I'm pretty sure in Heat culture,
That's low key their problem. I really feel like oh, because they're never gonna throw a season, which I don't want them to. But like, bro, we're always gonna be in fucking draft hell, bro, or draft not hell, draft. What's the word for it? Purgatory.
we're not in that part yet. If you're gonna say in purgatory, not necessarily, because we did just draft Hame, Hame,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. They don't make do with what they have, but they'll never be in the lottery, bro. Like, come on. A lottery pick, like, come on.
Lottery picks don't
Lottery pick is
lottery picks
nice.
don't mean anything. If you've seen the latest drafts and stuff like that, first round pick don't
Yeah.
always necessarily mean a star. Sometimes it can.
You're so right, man. Like, what the hell? That Victor Wembanyama guy is a fraud, bruh. He was not all that, bruh.
I don't know. Maybe, but
Well, you don't know. He was almost the first rookie to ever win DPOY. What are you talking
well,
about?
they had to let Rudy get it. After this season, he's never getting it again.
If I even catch a wind of this nigga even in the conversation for DPOY, it's about to get wicked, bro. 'Cause there's no way, man. Rudy stove DPOY. It was between Bam and Wemby because Rudy he shouldn't have won that shit at all, bro. I'm sorry. Bam could have won his first DPOY in the season where he played his ass off defensively. And Wemby, my God, like I wasn't a believer because I was like, he's 7 foot. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm really finna consider 7'5" talent. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, ooh, nigga's tall. I'm supposed to be moved, but no, this nigga tall and moves like a guard. That's actually kind of when you see him play, it's actually nasty.
Yeah,
So, yeah, he's legit. He is the business.
yeah,
But I feel like we're getting off topic here. We were talking about just regular season record, and I was saying how it really like it can mean a lot or it can mean nothing. I feel it only comes down to just seeding because a lot of players turn up in the playoffs, right? Like even the refs, they switch up how they call things in the playoffs. Like they let shit slide that they wouldn't let slide in the regular season.
yeah. Sure, but at the end of the day, the the regular season is there for a reason. In
Yeah, to make
one
money.
reason is uh, besides the monetary value of your league, if you are a team, the main reason why you might want to succeed in the regular season is to help you prepare for the postseason. And if you like, for example,
Why would you need to prepare if the postseason is no different?
um, you got to prepare.
See, that's it. You're admitting that the postseason is a whole different
No,
ballgame.
I'm not admitting that the postseason is a whole different ball game. I'm saying that
So we're good.
regular season games indicate a little bit of truth, and that's what I was saying against with Miami. Miami had multiple regular season games where they could not beat Denver. So it wasn't a surprise when they go against Denver in the finals and all they could get is just one game. They had a notorious, I think, 16 game losing streak.
How is your example is Miami's performance against the champion?
Bro, nigga, we had nobody to guard Jokic. You you had
Okay.
a team, we were small, and the only tall nigga was Bam. You could and what did Denver have? They had Jokic, they had Gordon, they have fucking nigga who don't pass the rock, whatever his name is.
Go for the junior.
All tall niggas that know how to drive to the paint and have
Nigga who don't pass the rock is
yeah,
crazy.
that's his fucking nickname, right?
No, I know, but yo, the way, like, the fact that that came up first before his actual name in your mind is just insane to me. But no, continue your point. I'm sorry for interrupting, bro. This shit was just funny as fuck.
That was the main reason.
Oh,
See that where that's the main reason why we couldn't have that extra step to beat him. Even if we did have Hero in the series and he came back home.
whoa, 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 whoa. I'll never be the nigga that say we lost, we ain't have hero, bro. Because clearly that nigga does not move the needle, bro. Like, yo, I'm not trying to be that guy. Like, everyone, a whole lot of Heat fans last year, like, oh man, we're doing all this about hero. What do you mean by that, bro? Tyler Hero is Tyler Hero. He's not Steph Curry.
He's not that
Okay,
guy.
it's all about missing this gravitational field that would change the game. Like his offense is nice, all right. I will never take that from him. Defense leaves something to be desired, but his offense, that would have helped, but clearly we didn't need it. You know, we had Bam and Jimmy taking up the more offensive role. Like yo, in our role players, Caleb Martin, when
He was a no. He
he's
was a
not a
no
fraud.
show. Uh,
That nigga vanished
he
in the
was a no
wind,
show.
bro. This year he vanished, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Considering last year they were talking of him winning Eastern Conference Finals MVP. No, sir. No, sir. That nigga did not deserve that shit, man. And he proved it this year.
That's why that shit.
I'm
That's
sorry.
why it's a Cinderella run. Mm-mm-mm.
That shit. Hey, bro. Cinderella runs happen all the time. Remember? 2000, yeah, 2011 Dallas Mavericks. That was a Cinderella run.
Sure. But the difference,
Them boys,
but the
no one
difference
thought
is,
them boys
the
was gonna
difference
go.
is they finished,
They did. They did. They finished and showed that LeBron was not ready that year.
and then he came back with the vengeance.
And repeated.
But yeah, overall, I think if it goes to Game Seven, I will say though, low key, I do have that feeling. I honestly wish it was Celtics versus Timberwolves. I feel that would be a much fun matchup. I don't know. Maybe that's just
Yeah.
me.
Only thing that'd be more fun is seeing Anthony Edwards' personality on the court. In terms of like watchability, Luca and the Wizard, bro. Like, come on. That shit's a crazy backcourt. They are so fun to watch, especially when they both can go for 30 plus.
Hmm.
But like, this last game, Kyrie fucking that nigga sucked dick. I'm sorry, bro. Like 19 shots and 12 points. That's unacceptable. That shit is unacceptable. But he don't even need to tell him that. No, I'm sure he's already hit it, told himself that. He's already decided, you know what, I'm gonna change up this game, see what I can do different. Like God, he just going back looking at that box score, bro.
Yeah.
Oof, that is vicious.
Yeah. We'll see. Game two is bound to be very interesting. Hopefully we get
Yeah.
hopefully we get an OT game. That would be fun.
And overtime. Oh my gosh, they go to overtime.
That would be fun.
We shall see. We shall see. All right, then. So I'm I'm still sticking with the Mavs. I feel like maybe they can pull something out and win this entire series, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, Grim, how we feeling about the adult animation right now? But I mean, like shows like Rick and Morty, Family Guy, Simpsons, Futurama. Oh, Futurama! I guess it is. American Dad. You a fan?
It's a good thing that is on the edge of a cliff.
You mean like their backs against, like they're about to fall off, or?
Yeah. Number one, other than Rick and Morty, when did Rick and Morty first air? What year was it? Was it like
I want to say like 2013, right?
2013?
That's what I want to say. I remember watching Rick and Morty. It started in 2013. Yeah, December 2nd.
Mm. Right now, the reason why I say it's their back is against the wall is other than Rick and Morty, there there are good shows, but there aren't very popular ones that have the same weight as Rick and Morty. Before you had Simpsons, Family Guy, Futurama, Robot Chicken. You remember Robot Chicken?
Yeah, that shit creeped me the fuck out as a kid,
That
bro.
shit,
Like, God,
shit was
I,
funny though.
yeah, I didn't understand the jokes. Now I do when I go back and like watch some things. Also, Cap, Cap,
Okay,
South Park. That shit is crazy.
true. But
South Park is very much still
wouldn't
going
you
strong.
wouldn't you put South Park around that same time frame as Family Guy, Simpsons, and stuff? Because they,
Yeah, but it's still going strong despite starting around the same
yeah,
time as
but
those. Wait, no, Simpsons is way earlier than that. South Park started like the
we're
90s, late 90s,
we're
I
not
think.
talking about. I'm not talking about shows that are still going strong or nah. I'm just talking about new shows. Rick and Morty is just that new show that has shown that it's able to be going strong and has the fan base to back it up. That's why they are they in their eighth season or did they finish their eighth season?
They just finished season 7, so they're about to
I'm
start
about
season
to
8.
start.
Whenever they get around to making it, of course.
Gotcha. So for a show to for an adult animation to go to 8 seasons and even higher, you're doing a pretty good job at that point. But other than that, not that many people get there, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, or like in the new, at least for the new shows, other than how many seasons did Big Mouth have?
Ugh, Big
Is it,
Mouth. Man, that
the taste? Uh,
no, it was disgusting. Is what I feel, bro. Like, let's see. It looks like it had 7 seasons.
mm, there you go.
Big Mouth is
It's not the best. After season,
uh, it's. I would no. I'm not. Yeah, go. No, say your
after
point.
season one, you realize it's not the best. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my thoughts on it really like it didn't fall off a cliff. My interest in it fell off a cliff. I'll say that. Like after season 2 or 3, I just did not care anymore.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna hold you. And like the more I looked into it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this show even about? And it just kept going and going, and then they're canceling. You see Netflix and like you look at their decision making, and they're canceling things that don't feel like they should be canceled. You know, like they're like, oh man, we're canceling Inside
Oh,
Job.
bro, I wish that kept going. I had fun watching. Had
Me
fun
too.
watching that
That show
show.
was that show was so good, so good. But nah, man, we are going to cancel it. But Big Mouth, hey, another season
For
announced.
Big Mouth? Oh
Hey,
Lord.
oh no. I'm not gonna. I don't know the inner workings of nothing. If I can't say they they canceled it for Big Mouth, but it's like for what it was and the level of interest people had in it. I don't understand how Big Mouth kept going. Like maybe behind the scenes, it was getting numbers. Probably had to keep getting numbers
Yep.
for them to keep deciding. Hey, we'll make more. Let's keep making more. Clearly, people love it. But I'm like, when you hear online or see online how people talk about it, they're like, people you talk about it with either disinterest or apathy. From what I saw,
Hmm.
like, yeah, Big Mouth is a thing. Yeah, it's there.
But
They're like, oh, okay.
I would say I don't know. I don't know if there's a shift. Really, it's just so hard to decide. But just a few years back, it's just you just had notable shows that you like. You ever seen Bob's Burgers, or is it Bob's Burgers, or is the S
Come on, man.
after burgers or
Come on.
Bob?
What is that? I never heard that shit in my life.
I wonder if it's the S.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course, I've heard of Bob's Burgers, bro. Like, I grew up in America. I grew, I grew up on Fox. Bob's Burgers was good as fuck, or is. It's still ongoing, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Bob's Burgers is good. It's very funny. Actually, very low key wholesome.
Yeah. Hmm.
Saying it like that's weird because you get some sweet moments between the family. You're like, wow, I did not think I would see that. Sort of like, sorry, I just lost the train of thought. But I don't know. My thoughts on Bob's Burgers is it's just a solid show. Like it's very good. It's in the same tier as like Arch. Well,
You
I can't say Archer's in the same tier because like I loved Archer. Why? But I haven't watched it till like season 7, and I just have no interest in going back. Maybe I will one day, but for now, I'm just like, eh.
yeah, I understand the sentiment. Yeah.
Well, you watch Archer
Yeah,
too?
unfortunately, I just can't get past season one, bro.
Wow, wow.
I know it. Damn. I don't know. I don't
Really?
know.
Like what?
The what's his Archer, right? The main character's name is Archer, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
is it? Yeah, no. I'm feeling. Hold on. Stop. His name, the main character's name is ooh Sterling Archer. Yeah, I remember. That's his name, Sterling Archer.
He's just too much of a fucking dick, bro.
That's what's funny
bro,
about
I,
it, bro. This nigga is delusional as fuck, yet it always works out for him.
at
Like
some
it's
point,
crazy,
fine, but bro, he's just such a dick.
bro. Don't tell me you didn't like The Office because Michael was a dick too.
Honest to God, I never sat down and watched The Office. Oh no, I lied. I
What?
lied. I watched maybe 3 episodes, but I never continued after that.
What? I'm kidding. It's fine. I mean, maybe you'll get crucified for that opinion, but it's fine.
Is this the return?
We're all human.
Is this the return of the grim takes, ladies and gentlemen?
No. You didn't say the office was bad. You just didn't watch it.
Nah,
That's
there we
fine.
go.
You can't know what you're missing if you never
There
watched
we
it.
go. Fair enough. But
It's just one of those things, man.
it's very good. I mean,
Oh,
especially the would you say that adult animation is that good offset for guys like us that enjoy anime?
yeah, because it gives you it's it's like a palate cleanser, I guess. Because I don't want to say like you overindulge in anime, but when you watch a lot of anime, you start you know seeing animation as only this is the only version that you can get. But going back and switching to watching like American shows like Archer or Family Guy or South Park or even I'm trying to think of shows that aren't the first one, like BoJack Horseman or stuff like that.
Oh
Though,
shit! Wait.
though I will.
Do you, I know that you like this is like a sidetrack and a tangent, but there's this one clip in South Park that was funny as fuck. Do you remember the clip where they're kind of in like a hearing, and then they're talking about uh, a person is a fag? Do you remember that shit?
Oh.
you,
Whoa!
you don't
Oh,
remember that joke,
whoa! You might. I know, but you might have to censor yourself. You might have to censor yourself before you post it. 'Cause that's
bro?
crazy. You just said that
That
shit.
was the
Especially, hey, get with the times, bro. Look at the calendar right now. What month is it?
it's the month for men's mental health.
Oh, okay.
Did you
Um,
did you see the
you
Griffey
gotta be
did you see the
careful.
Griffey video? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful,
Nah,
man.
I feel you.
Don't let it get
I
canceled,
feel you. I
bro.
feel but
But yes, I remember that South Park was bro. Yes.
that shit was funny, bro. I was like, yeah, this is a gem.
That's funny. Like South Park, they just they just crazy, man.
But yeah,
Did you remember the episode where what's his name? Where Jimmy ended up joining a gang?
nah, I don't remember that one.
my god, bro! You gotta. We get a chance. I might even send you the clip. Not right now because obviously we're doing something, but you gotta watch this shit, bro. 'Cause watching that man join the Crips, he was, basically he was like, "Oh, someone told him about the Crips, and since Jimmy is disabled, he's like, oh, there's a gang for people like me, and they're called the Crips. I gotta go see that."
Oh boy.
And long story short, it wasn't the right kind of Crips. You know what I mean?
Bruh. I
Oh,
there's also one this one it was I remember we were talking about it. It was that Rick and Morty episode, bro. That Rick and Morty episode we talked about that one day. That shit about
talking about the spaghetti
yes,
one.
bro.
Yo, see, okay, okay. I don't want to keep getting off a tangent, but like, okay, shows like that, like Futurama and all right, Futurama is actually a great example. Shows like Futurama and Rick and Morty show the difference between you know, I don't know how to say it, like Japanese culture and then the culture for American
Mhm.
animation because like with anime, you feel things, you watch them, you feel them, you're like, oh man, I can relate to this character, I can do this or that, and you're like, if you watch it. American animation or adult animation. That shit, you'll watch it, and most of the time it's for humor, right? Because all these shows, they're mainly just
Mhm.
comedies. But then you get hit with random gut punch of emotion because they decided to go all super sad. Like, oh my gosh. When I first watched Rick and Morty, that one episode where Rick tried to kill himself after the whole hive mind shit,
Whoa, damn.
that came as a shock to me. I was like, damn,
They got him.
I didn't know Buddy felt like that.
They got him.
Yeah, and the entirety of BoJack Horseman.
Oh.
That's actually low key why I can't finish BoJack Horseman, bro. Because that shit is just too depressing for
Yeah,
me. I'm
damn,
like,
bro.
yeah, like it's funny, but damn,
I don't
damn.
know if it won awards, but at the time,
Oh, it did.
it was airing on Netflix, bro. People were tuning in. That shit was good.
It was like BoJack Horseman is really, it's amazingly written.
Hmm.
Like, oh gosh, but Jesus, Jesus, it's hard to when you're like, it's like, man, I don't know. Maybe because like I have just a mirror thing where like I feel what the main character feels. So if I'm watching BoJack Horseman and I see Buddy go through depression, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not trying to feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But so,
Same for
hmm
like Futurama. Like you'll see random comedies and you get random episodes like that one episode where Fry lost gave his hands to the devil so he could learn to play a beautiful song for Lilo. You're like, or Lilo,
Leela,
Lila, yeah, for Lilo. Like you're like, oh damn, buddy, you tap your chest like I felt that. I felt that. Like I was expecting to laugh, but now I'm crying.
you hit me in the feels, bro. Damn you. Yeah,
Hmm. Now that's not to say anime can't make you feel, because there definitely are animes out there that can make you cry.
yeah.
Okay, I'll say this on get the shit on recording. I'm a real nigga, bro. A real nigga don't be shedding no tears for no anime, bro. All right, I come close though. I come close. Clannad, Air, woo, Plastic Memories, ooh. What's the other one that made me feel all the time? Like, I don't know why, bro. Like, a lot of these anime be sad as fuck. You're like, damn. But that's the whole point of these shows. They're supposed to be sad. They don't mix sadness in with comedy. Like, okay, you can't get those. Like, obviously, those big character deaths that everyone's favorite character gets killed off. You can feel any type of way
Hmm.
about it. But person, personally, when I want to watch something sad, I pick a sad show. But with like adult animation, I'm picking a happy show, and I don't know, I'm feeling sad. Like, yeah, okay. I know you said you didn't like watch all of Family Guy, but you like episodes here and
Oh,
there?
I can tell you I saw a clip of it. It was for a Family Guy, a deep moment. I don't know what season or context it was, but it was that episode where Stewie and Brian. Usually, if there's emotional things, I think it's between Stewie and Brian. But they were in like a room, and then Stewie.
They were locked in a safe.
I I don't know if it was a safe, but it was like in a room, and then Stewie asked Brian like, "Hey, why do you have a gun?" And then Brian
Yeah,
just
yeah, it was that one. They were. It was in a lot safety deposit box in his safe.
and he just said
With
the most deepest, saddest shit. Is like, it like a way out, and I'm like, damn.
damn, damn, like you just felt that. You're like, damn. And then Stewie got all emotional, like, no, man, I'd miss you if you did that, bro. Dare say, I love you, bro. I'm like, oh,
Damn.
you just like, damn.
That's all you can say. You're just like, and especially once you get to know the characters and they have their character developments and you know how they react and stuff like that. You're just like, he don't do this for real. You know what I'm saying?
No, not exactly, bro. Or even other moments like that in Rick and Morty, bro. Did you watch the latest season?
No, I might just.
Oh, this is like a minor spoiler, but not really a
Hmm.
spoiler. In one episode, bruh, Rick and Morty go into a freaking a hole, and it's supposed to show them their greatest fears, and it's like it gets super crazy because you're like, oh, what is their greatest fear? Is their greatest fear one of them dying or not being there for the other person? And you're just like, what the fuck? And then at the end of the episode, it shows this subtle moment that just goes over a lot of people's heads, but it's like, damn, because they're leaving the hole, and you're supposed to leave like a photo of your experience there. That man Rick opened his wallet, pulled out a picture of Morty, and stuck it to the wall. You're like, whoa, that man carries a picture of Morty around? That nigga,
But
he really does love him.
we know that of Rick though, especially
I
of
know.
his. I think even though outwardly, for some people like Jerry, especially Jerry, outwardly he's like fuck that nigga. He still somewhat cares for him. So with his character, we know that
Yeah.
that's what he's about too.
But like they spend a lot of time just reinforcing that Rick is this sociopathic monster that really only in it for the thrill. And you see moments, small moments like that where he really does care for his
You
family. Like remember in the episode where they split the timeline over and over until they were like 64, and then they recombined them. But Rick was like, "Damn, Morty, what happened to your necklace or your choker, whatever the fuck?" And Morty's like, "It ain't working, it ain't working." That nigga, no hesitation, took his off and put it on Morty. No, he might die. I was like, "Oh,
or or do you remember that they also showed the part where he also kind of has a heart towards other people in certain moments. You remember that episode where I don't know if it was either Morty or forgot her name, his sister, Summer,
Summer."
or they kind of fucked up and something happened with a character in another planet, and then when Rick went to that person's house, um like they found out that he killed himself, and then the daughter was knocking on the door and it's like, dad, you
Oh, the no. First off. That episode really grossed the fuck out of me because the whole joke was pissed. The whole joke was just pissed. I was like, bro, like, I feel you. The undertone of the emotional impact of Rick's actions
yeah.
were there because even after all the things he said, he still did all that because he didn't want like a he didn't want that girl to feel that way. But like, bro, really? Under the backdrop of piss, like piss master, bro. Like it's stuff like that. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You know, he helped that girl sort of reconcile with her father by faking his father, her making him a hero, so that she wouldn't like look at her like, wow, like he's a piece of shit. You know, nigga
Yeah,
was a piece
he
of shit.
was.
Like your whole thing is piece, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit for sure.
Or the episode where he helped Jerry not fuck his mom.
or
That shit was crazy, bro.
or the you remember that episode where he met his ex, and then It was in
Unity.
Unity, and then they realized that they thought that it was Rick who was having a bad influence on Unity, but it was actually the other way around. I think. Oh
Yeah,
damn! You felt it for that boy.
you yes you do.
But
but
yeah,
oh well, oh well. Like adult animation has those gut punches because, like you said, they have this. Even it's weird because like you look at people. You know something I just realized? We're talking about adult animation, and we're not talking about. We didn't talk about one of the biggest ones, Invincible, but we'll get to that.
okay, okay.
people's people's emotional or initial response to these shows is like, "Oh my god, they're cartoons. They can't be deep. It's only going to be childish shit." And I'm like, "You wouldn't let your child watch this." Well,
You
you
shouldn't.
shouldn't, but inevitably you will, because even us, we grew up. I was watching Adult Swim. I actually remember a particular moment where my father, that nigga, funny as fuck. My father came into my room and he saw me watching Adult Swim. He was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, a cartoon?" He's like, "No, this is Adult Swim right there. So this is for adults." And I was like, "But like, look, it's cartoons." Like, "Nah, son, you're not finna fool me, bruh. Change the channel right now." Just for me to change that shit to Nick and Night. But stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I remember for me it was uh my parents didn't like the idea of me watching Family Guy. So then when I watched The Simpsons, I was like, no, The Simpsons are better because they're yellow. They're not real.
What kind of logic, bro? Bro, and you know what's funny about these adult animations? You're not wrong about the yellow aspect. Their art styles really do change how people look at them. When I was a kid, bro, I thought South Park was the ugliest thing known to man. Like, I just couldn't get into it. I was like, "What the fuck is this? These don't even look like people. They're just circles moving around on screen."
Hmm.
And then now, as I grow older, I realize I've gained a deeper appreciation for South Park. Like that shit peak. It's probably it is one of my favorite adult animation. This shit is funny as fuck.
I would say mine. I don't think uh mine is American Dad. The the the
Now that is also really good. Like, hey, hey man, real ones know American Dad over a Family Guy and Cleveland show.
bro. I've never watched the Cleveland Show, bro.
You
Never watched it, man.
saved yourself because that shit is ass. No, look, no, actually no. I was about to try to cope and be like, "Look, man, Cleveland," because I ain't want to look like I hate black people or anything. But man, that nigga was not interesting, bro. Of all the characters to get a sideshow, Cleveland, that nigga was
Oh
not it.
boy.
How? Like, you watch a Cleveland show? I watched it. I liked it. But you did not watch it for Cleveland. You watched it for his son. You watched it for Roberta. You watched it for Rollo. You didn't watch it for fucking. You did not watch that shit for Cleveland, bro. That nigga was not interesting. Like, one of my favorite moments of Cleveland show is when Cleveland
Hmm.
Jr. That nigga rapped against Kanye West, bro. That shit was fire.
Hey, okay, okay, yeah. Especially for me, since I started watching Family Guy, but never got the chance to finish because parents wouldn't allow that. Uh, Simpsons, after a while, shut that down, and so the one that I really got a chance to just go through all the seasons that they had was American Dad, and bro, it was just enjoyable. The singing, the characters, the different moments, fucking Roger and his fucking goofiness. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. yeah, I agree,
But
man.
yeah,
American Dad is
I do agree with your take though. Especially as folks that enjoy anime, adult animation is just that palate cleanser. It just sucks that there is uh, not a lot of them are able to really make that mainstream push, if that makes sense.
mm,
Or like the new
mm,
shows are not able to really make that mainstream push.
But speaking of mainstream push, that one we didn't talk about, that one kind of managed to break through. Invincible, like it was actually insane how Invincible
Hmm.
became what it is now. Like even though it only has 2 seasons, they're all really good. People were waiting for Invincible.
Hmm.
They're like, oh, like if you read the original comics, you're like, this is a good story, but seeing it animated, I don't know. But then when the first episode came out, bro, bro, I was hooked immediately, bro. Like the first night, someone told me to watch it, and I was like, all right, sure, I'll give it a watch. And I watched episode one, and then I realized, oh no, I need to keep going. And luckily, hey, whoever decided over at Amazon to drop 3 episodes on the first day, they cooked because that shit was
Yeah.
satisfying. I was like, all right, next episode. I watched episode two. To finish that, next episode. I'm on episode three, and then I'm like, oh damn, gotta wait till next Friday. But shit, I was on the edge of my seat every week.
Oh,
Right? The show it does something, bro. This shit is good, right?
yeah. I think for me, what made the show good was definitely Omni Man.
Yeah, yeah. Like even Omni Man's the whole mystery aspect of what Omni Man was in the first couple episodes was really driving the show. And then you see like episode 7 and 8 when he actually, you know, commits and does what he does. You're like, how did he come back from this? And then you watch season two. You're like, oh, like season two, he did take a back seat because it wasn't about him. But when he showed up, you're still like, damn, he's still that nigga.
Yes, he is. You can't fuck around
I mean, he's that nigga that fucks bugs, but he's still that nigga.
with. I gotta populate.
No, 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 bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, hey, bro. Like, shows with aliens, I understand they're having different people look different, but like, how did he find that? You know what? No, no. I'm not here to. I'm not here to kink shame my boy. Maybe he's into that shit.
Well, it goes to the question: is he into it, or is he just into his mission? Because isn't that part of their mission? Y-
Bro, he gave up on that mission the second he left Earth. All right, come on. You saw when all the Viltrumites came and fucked him up because he abandoned the mission. He strayed from the path.
Oh man, bro, that
Mm,
racist Viltrumites, bro. Be be honest. Would you
they're
would
different.
you be a Viltrumite?
Over
No,
what?
just
A
like
human?
the next life. There's like, yo, bro, you could be
Oh,
a
of
vil.
course. The
Your
fuck?
role, conquer planets,
Oh. If I have,
get you a
if I have
pet,
to do what
get you a
Viltrumites
pet.
do, no, no. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. And you saw why, right? You saw the emotional toll it took on
Yeah,
Omni Man, which is another thing, right? A gut punch. You're watching it, and then bam, they hit you out of nowhere with the field,
that
like,
man, he
oh,
almost killed himself, or he almost tried to kill himself.
which is crazy, right? And you don't find yourself feeling bad for a guy who massacred that many
Oh yeah.
humans. And here we are. Now in real life, I don't know. If he did this shit in real life, I probably would hate the fuck out of that nigga no matter what. But this is a show, so I can like see. I don't see these characters as. I feel like I'm about to sound like a sociopath. It's a show, so the characters are more expendable. So seeing him murder that many people, I felt nothing. I was like, okay, whatever. That makes it easier to sort of reconcile and forgive that man for his actions. But still, like Invincible came at a time. It came at the perfect time.
I'd
You
agree.
know, people were really feeling some type of way about superhero media because let's be real, that shit is getting. I would say oversaturated. I don't want to say that. I was about to say that, but I changed my mind. Superhero media is becoming really, really prominent, right?
Hmm.
And you get the same kind of story structures where like the heroes win at the end of the day all the time, and that shit gets boring. Okay, seeing the heroes always win, it gets kind of like, why am I watching if I know it's gonna happen in the end? So seeing Invincible come and kind of tear that down and show a different perspective on the whole thing, like that boy Mark, he do not win. He do not win. Okay,
He doesn't.
you're just like, damn, maybe that garners interest, and you just want to keep happening, see what happens. Because we all know eventually he's going to win. So seeing his journey to that win, it's nice. Like to go back to the emotional gut punches though, like when Omni Man did what he did in episode 8 of season 1, bro, and he was like, "Why did you make me do this, Mark? 17 years. What's an?" And all that whole rant,
Hmm.
and then he was like, why, Mark?" And then Marcus just said, "No, I'm about to quote it." He's like, "What will you have in 500 years when everything you ever known crumbles to dust?" And it's all
You.
like, "You dead.
Ooh.
I'd still have you." That shit, like, bro, like I wish that emotion you felt, bro. It's just,
Ooh.
ooh, ooh, if you could bottle that up and drink that shit is good.
Damn.
It was like a hurt that it was a good hurt, you
He
know.
was feeling it too. Omni Man. He was like, "Fuck! Why'd you? Why'd you?"
And then he flew away.
He's like, He has a point, but
like
damn.
like moments like that, or even well, season 2 tried to have that same kind of moment with the "I thought you were stronger" thing. It didn't hit. It didn't hit the same. But I felt bad for Mark, but it didn't hit the same. You know what I'm talking? Did you hit it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like you were stronger.
uh,
Like
hey, he's Mark. When Mark gets up, he'll be up. Right now,
yeah, he will be.
he's processing.
I mean, he's kind of at the start of it,
True.
but yeah, you know, that's another example of adult animation. Because I mean, would you let your kids watch it?
No,
Uh
no.
really?
Something,
I'd probably let
something like it,
it has to be like 15 or older for my kids to
something
watch.
like Invincible, especially the first season, where literally body parts are being ripped apart.
True, true. It is very gruesome and bloody.
Literally, dude goes to a different planet and literally destroy, and then just pop.
He destroys their entire society and casually comes back. What's for dinner?
Yeah,
Like, oh,
you're sick.
you're sick in the head type shit. Type shit.
So yeah, I probably wouldn't, but
But like,
if they
come on. We grew up.
eh,
We know what it's like, how it is, right? Like, you can't just control everything your kid watches. You can try.
yeah, if they do end up watching it, I mean, it is what it is. But like, probably in the teen years. In the teen years, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, I don't mean like letting my 7-year-old watch this shit. Being psychotic. Like what? That would definitely alter their life.
Yeah, that fucking would. Then imagine it's their canon event.
No way. See, that's exactly why. Yeah, that shit's too strong. Oh well.
Yeah, but hey, man, doll animation. All I can say, man, keep it. I want to see more on the come up.
Yeah, more shows like this. Cause, I mean, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I actually did want to talk about another thing, the art styles. Like we did kind of touch it earlier, but like I want to emphasize a lot of these shows' art styles just be so hard to get into. Like Robot Chicken. As a kid, I just like what the fuck? What is this?
I think it was.
Or even like
Did they do it with clay or?
I don't think so. I think it was computer generated to look like clay. If it was with clay, then
Mm,
damn. Or with dolls. Whether with dolls. How does it
I
work?
don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, let's probably look into that. I think. Okay.
But yeah,
But Robot Chicken and what's the other show? Oh, damn. You know that one that's made by the regular show creator?
Uh, is it like a new one or?
New-ish. I mean, it got canceled recently or a couple years ago. Uh, close enough. Close enough.
Gotcha.
You don't remember that? It was on HBO Max.
Yeah, I think it was like it was a girl. She has a husband and a daughter or something. Uh huh.
Yeah, and it's about their family just growing up, and it's like a could you say yeah? It's basically like an adult version of regular show because they actually cover more adult topics, and it feels like it doesn't take place in the same universe, but it could if they wanted to. They probably could make it take place in the same universe.
That'll be
But
interesting.
shit was good. Shit was good. But the art style, no, it was very since it was so similar to regular show. It felt really hard to transition off of it. Like, is this also a kid show? No, no, that shit is definitely adult.
Mm-hmm.
Them motherfuckers be fucking. Yeah, yeah.
It's just, I think it's
Um,
just how we have our art style and our character design here. It's just how we do them.
yeah. There's no homogenous feeling. Is it homogeneity? I don't know the word for it. There's no homo. I gotta be. I gotta be saying that wrong,
Or
right?
we could say there's no standard. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. There's no gold standard of art styles for American animation. All these shows look so different. I mean, in recent times, a lot of them borrow elements from anime because
It's on the come
it's
up.
anime. Like, yeah, right? Anime just it looks good. I mean, there isn't really a gold standard for anime too. I mean, there is realistic proportions.
Yeah.
All characters look human. Like you know what I mean when they look human,
Yeah.
right? Like
The
some of these things, man.
the only difference is just whether they decide to exaggerate it a little bit or not. But for the most
Mm-hmm.
part, the proportions is humanoid, basically.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The Rick and Morty anime looks disgusting. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the art style, I'm like, why are they going with this? Like, I guess, but it feels. I'm still gonna watch it, but like yeah, they could have definitely went for a more. I don't know, more anime looking thing. It feels like if you look at it, it looks like an anime and the normal art style fused together, and this is what you get. And you're just like, but why?
Mm,
I
mm.
don't know. We'll see.
I'm seeing it, and
Okay, I over exaggerated. It wasn't hideous. It just
it's not it,
it's
bro. It's not.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's not
not
it.
it.
But it's not hideous,
No, it
right? Like
is.
like there, I've seen disgusting. No, French.
Nah, bro, it's hideous. It's hideous. Come on.
Nah, Grim. Nah, bro. We've seen hideous, bro.
Okay,
Grim, Grim. We've seen ugly art styles, bro.
true enough.
Let me pull one up, bro. God damn. I can't remember. I really can't think of anyone right now. Top of my head. You're so fucking lucky, bro. Oh my gosh. Um. Okay. No, fine. I'll concede. It's not it. I agree with you. This for what it was supposed to be. I don't know why they went with this style. They could have definitely went with something else. I think. Did you see that Rick and Morty Samurai special?
Samurai special? I don't remember that one.
It came out a couple years ago. It was like a Samurai and Shogun. It was a quick little short showing Rick and Morty, or not Rick and Morty, Rick. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. I feel like awkward thoughts because I'm trying to remember what I'm thinking. But yeah. It basically was like a Shogun Rick, no Shogun Morty and Samurai Rick. Basically another universe. Right? It's in the same canon. Like in another universe, if they're like this, it's cool. Cool little thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Other than
What's another one?
mhm.
the other one, the one that they also made, that's on Hulu. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, bro, who? There's a bunch of adult animation on Hulu.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. Like Hit Monkey. Hit Monkey was it was something else. No, I'm talking about the one that was also created by the Rick and Morty people.
It had another one.
Yeah, it was Solar Opposites. Solar Opposites. You don't remember that? If you don't know, then yeah, I guess we just
Oh
leave it there.
no, where they look kind of like Pickle Rick, something like that.
Well, they're aliens,
They
so
kind of look like pickles.
I don't. Yeah, because they're green. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
never
that's
watched
that.
it, but yeah, I know what
Never
you're
get.
talking
Oh, well, if you didn't watch it, it's whatever. All right. Your next point. What were you gonna say?
about. Yeah, for the most part, they're good. I think there's only one that is just horrible, and it's Velma.
How dare you invoke that name? You just. I thought I had blocked that
I
shit from my
ruined the
memory, bro.
vibe.
Yeah, you just killed the vibe with that, bro. Because it's insane. It's 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 crazy how like
How do
I
you
don't even know
fuck
where to
up
start.
so bad?
It's not even that. Like, how do you like? You saw the reaction
Yeah.
online, right? And then they're like, "Hey, season two," and like, huh?
Why?
What? What? Like, no, I know why. Because despite the negative reaction
It got traction.
it got a reaction. It got a reaction. Like, people are hate watching this show, so it's giving them numbers, and they're making money off people hate watching it, bro. They're just like, I don't, I don't understand. I just don't like that. That show is the stain. That show is just so bad.
Yeah.
Like you laugh, but dog, that show is
No, I know.
ass.
I know. Horrible.
Visual ass. Like the writing, ass. The character design,
Ass.
ass. The jokes, ass. The animation, ass. Like every aspect of this show. Okay, every aspect of this show is bad. That's it. There's no punchline there. That's the statement, bro. That shit is
It's
ass.
ass.
Damn. Just
Well, since
damn. Ugh.
I invoked thou that shall not be named, like, like, let's just let's just hit the closing remarks. Hit it, man. Hit the.
You want to end it there? Because
It
that shit
just killed
really
the
gets me off.
vibe.
Dog.
I can't believe I did it.
No, 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 no. It did, but it's not because of you, bro. Like that. It's just how that's how bad the
Uh,
show is, bro. That's just how bad the show is. Like I don't know what to say, man. Like this shit bad. So you know, if you want to reiterate what we said earlier, I think we talked about the finals, and we're gonna keep our eye on it. No, by the time we record the next session, we'll have our answer which team is winning, and we'll probably talk about it then. And we discussed about how we feel about adult animation and the difference between it and anime. Lightly. Like, we could go into more detail on how we about the differences, but for now, I think we had a good. We damn.
we hit the marks.
No, no. I just had to. Sorry, I laughed there because I had to. You know that meme of like the nigga who stuttered and he just pulls out a gun. He's like, that was me right there. Like we damn. You just hear a gunshot, but no. Yeah, we were able to express ourselves of what we thought of adult animation, and we went pretty in detail there. So that was pretty good. Your thoughts, Grim?
Hey, I agree too. I look forward to more adult animation and to see where these finals are gonna go as well.
All right. And with that, Countercast out.